Today we are going to discuss about the success which has made across the globe for making the coronavirus vaccine. We already know that there are over 155 candidates in the race for making COVID-19 vaccine, out of which more than 135 of them are still in preclinical trial stages. 15 candidates are already on the phase 1 human trial, 11 are on phase 2 of the human trial, and 4 candidates out of them are on phase 3 clinical trials. Today we are going to discuss some of the vaccines which have created the newsline and are one of the most safe coronavirus vaccine which will be available by 2021 starting, or maybe the end of 2020 itself. The first one that we are going to discuss is about Moderna's coronavirus vaccine. Well, Moderna's incorporation vaccine against COVID-19 could be ready for widespread use by the end of this year. United States of America and company officials said on Monday after the drug maker announced the start of 30,000 subject trial to demonstrate if it is meeting the safety parameters or not. The trial is the first such late-stage study under the Trump administration program to speed development of measures against the novel coronavirus, adding to hope that an effective vaccine will help end the pandemic soon. Moderna, on the other hand, which has never bought a vaccine to the market, has received nearly $1 billion from the United States government itself. Having a safe and effective vaccine distributed by the end of 2020 is a stretch goal, but it's the right goal for the American people. The director of National Institutes of Health, Francis Collins, stated so when he released the announcement of Moderna's large phase 3rd trial for the human. Manufacturers are ramping up production while testing is underway in order to respond as soon as possible to the virus, which is still spreading rapidly around the world. COVID-19 has killed nearly 650,000 people worldwide and has battered economies. Moderna could have 10 of millions of doses ready when and if the vaccine is deemed to be safe and effective, Collins even stated. The company remains on track to deliver about 500 million doses a year and possibly up to 1 billion doses a year, beginning 2021, Moderna's chief executive Stephen said on the call. Another vaccine which we are going to talk about is Oxford-backed vaccine, AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. Well, 5 sites in India are ready for the final phase of human trials of Oxford AstraZeneca COVID vaccine. This was being stated recently. And on the other hand, we can even have a look towards one of the statements which was being made by the DBT secretary, that is Department of Biotechnology Secretary Renu Swarup. This is an essential step because it is necessary to have data within the country before the vaccine is administered to Indians, Swarup told PTI. The Serum Institute of India, the largest vaccine maker in the world, has been chosen by Oxford and its partner AstraZeneca to manufacture the vaccine once it is ready. Trial results for the first 2 phases were published earlier this month itself. According to Swarup, the DBT is part of any COVID-19 vaccine effort in India, whether it's funding, whether it's facilitating the regulatory clearance, and whether it is giving them access to different networks which exist within the country. On the other hand, the DBT is stating that they are setting up the phase 3 clinical sites. We have already started working on them, and 5 sites are now ready to be available for the phase 3 trials, Swarup told PTI in a telephonic interview. The Pune-based Serum Institute of India has also sought permission from the Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI, for conducting phase 2 and 3 human clinical trials of the potential vaccine. It had said earlier it will start manufacturing the vaccine even before the final nod, as it is ready with sizable volumes once the vaccine gets all permission nods. But on Tuesday, we even got a report that Oxford's possible COVID-19 vaccine could be rolled out by the end of the year, but there is no certainty that will happen, the lead developer of the vaccine said on Tuesday. The experimental vaccine, which has been licensed by AstraZeneca, produced an immune response in the early stage of clinical trials data showed on Monday, preserving hopes it could be used by the end of the year. The end of the year target for getting vaccine rolled out it's a possibility, but there's absolutely no certainty about that to happen. Sarah Gilbert adding it needed to be shown to work in late stage trials. There's needed to be a large quantities manufactured and regulators had to agree quickly to license it for emergency use. All of these three things have to happen and come together before we start seeing large numbers of COVID-19 vaccines available. Sarah Gilbert is one of the scientists who is leading towards the race of COVID-19 vaccine in Oxford. Coming back to home, we already have two vaccines which are under great progress in India itself. The first one is Bharat Biotech Covaxin, and the second one is Zydus Cadila coronavirus vaccine. Reports from Zydus, they stated that they have started human clinical trials on its COVID-19 vaccine. In phase of trials, the company will be enrolling over 1,000 subjects across multiple clinical study sites in India, it said in its filing. We know that earlier this month itself, Zydus had received approval from domestic authorities to start human trials for the COVID-19 vaccine. Coming towards the second vaccine from India itself, that is from Bharat Biotech Covaxin. They stated on Monday that officials from the company at the end of the day stated that they are ready for the human clinical trials, and one of the 12 centers selected by Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR for conducting phase 1 and 2 of the process. Covaxin, which is being developed by Bharat Biotech, has administered to several selected persons who had volunteered to be a part of the crucial trial. Dr. E. Venkat Rao, the principal of investigator of the trial process, told so. The volunteers had undergone a rigorous screening procedure, he added. They were administered the vaccine strictly in accordance with the protocols laid down by the Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI. He even stated so in his reports. The Postgraduate Institute, PGI of Medical Sciences, Rohtak, has claimed encouraging results from the first part of tests. Earlier this week, AIIMS Delhi administered the first dose of vaccine to a 30-year-old man according to CTRI. The Covaxin phase 1 and 2 trials are expected to take place within 1 year and 3 months itself. Earlier this week, reports even stated that Russia already has a vaccine against COVID-19. Well, the reports never claimed that the Russia's COVID-19 vaccine has not completed its all trial. It has been selected with its first trial, and the second and third trial are going to get completed as soon as possible. So well, that's all for today. We will be getting back as soon as possible with the latest news and updates in the next video. Till then, subscribe the channel, hit like and share the video, and press the bell icon for the future video update. Thank you, and I hope you and your family both stay safe in this pandemic. Have a lovely day.